for a country as if other Nigerians are not liking this country is immoral, is not polite.
Let me bring in Mr. Ogunye. Does the question of the process or procedure for the former president leaving the party arise, and when?
You know, I'm not a partisan. I'm not a member of the PDP. Nor am I a member of the APC. So I wouldn't know what the constitution of the PDP provides in terms of how members of the party may leave the party, or how members of that party may forfeit their membership. However, I'm familiar with one law, which is the supreme law of the land, and that's the Constitution. And in that law, and I'm referencing section 40, every Nigerian has a right to freedom of assembly and association. And he may choose to join any political party for the advancement of his interest. I've heard the argument that certain persons who have occupied certain positions in Nigeria should behave more like elder statesmen. That may be correct, but if that is an invitation to political docility on account of being an elder, I would say no, because we've seen people in other climes who are more elderly, who have had to take a position. I'll give you an example. Nelson Mandela, former president of South Africa, left the leadership position of his party for Thabo Mbeki, who was both the head of the party, president of the party, and then the president of the country. And there was a problem in that party because it appeared from all that observer could see that Thabo Mbeki didn't quite favor being succeeded by Jacob Zuma because obviously it's predictions. I mean, you have a president who every year he has to marry a new wife. You know, not that that's bad, but that's what has been the signature of his administration. But at a critical moment, Nelson Mandela had to move out of retirement to take a stand in support of unity in that party as another statement. So this whole idea of saying that some people are old, they shouldn't be discussing politics, I say no, people can decide to do that till death. But the point is that, you know, in and out of power, Olusegun Obasanjo has been a master of theatrics, even while he was in power. And so if members of his erstwhile party are now saying they are not familiar with his antics, then that would not be correct.
Do you see this action as one?
Yeah. You know, it has its symbolism. It is a demonstration of utter rejection of the Labour Party. You may say that no, that's not equal. I've left quietly without engaging in that showmanship and all that, but it's symbolic. He had his reason for saying that maybe, in a way, when you label somebody a motor park tout, maybe that's how a motor park tout should behave. Because you see, what goes around, you see, action begets reaction. And so, again, I look at South Africa. At a particular point in time, there's something called passes. Before you could leave area designated for black people into where white people, you know, they have passes and all that. There was a campaign to burn passes. And so those leaders were doing that deliberately and all that. So there was a time in this country when Professor Olusegun Obasanjo had to throw away a national medal. It happened in this country because an election was annulled by General Ibrahim Babangida. So again, you could say, why did he do that? But he felt convinced that that's what he had to do, and he didn't even do it at home. He didn't pose it to the Secretary of the Government of the Federation then. He did it right on the road along Yaba there.
Okay.
He threw it on the tar. He
President,
did that in this country.
do you agree with those who say this is PDP's loss?
Well, Obasanjo has technically left PDP for a while. So talking about his ultimate resignation from the party as a loss is a post-dated loss because he has left the party for a while. But I want to quickly talk about
Post-dated loss.
yes, because there are some fundamental issues he raised. You see, in Nigeria, we don't earn eminence. We glorify people unduly. So you see, people just get big for nothing. When he was talking about Mandela, Mandela came out of retirement to stop a drift because he has the capacity. Obasanjo hasn't got that kind of political capacity.
But he made reference to the reason why he left the party. To be an elder statesman.
You see, what I'm saying is, there was problem in the party in South Africa, and Mbeki was trying to play God. Mandela came within democratic norms just to address people, and they obliged him. You see, in Nigeria's context and in the particular reference to Obasanjo, it is like intimidating the process. It's not like he has earned this political status. Don't forget, when they formed this process, he has unduly benefited from political process that he cannot substantiate or justify.
Let me go to Honorable Chief Bode Mustafa, who used to be in the PDP himself before he eventually left. He was a member of the House of Representatives up to 2003. Good evening, and thank you for joining us today from Ogun State. What can you tell us about this move by the former president who dramatically left the People's Democratic Party? Well, we have Prince Seriki who says, look, it's a post-dated loss for the party. What do you think?
Well, thank you very much, Sheung. To start off with, Chief Olusegun Obasanjo has a right to stay within a party if he decides so, and to leave the party if he believes that the party is not operating within what he expects of the party. And having said that, I don't see it. I think that if people say it's not a loss to PDP, it's not this, it's not that. Unfortunately, they all go to tell the leader of their party that this person doesn't mean nothing, this person doesn't mean anything to the party, and the party keeps on losing people. Whether it is an asset to the party or is not an asset to the party, or whether people are assets to the party or not assets to the party, will be seen at the elections. And that's the only thing I can say for now.
But some others had thought that, well, it's much as it may be described as a loss for the party he left, they think that the APC has been benefiting from his advice via consultation for a while now, and so it could be a further advantage for them having left the PDP, the former president.
No, but because I haven't seen the Chief Obasanjo, but from what I just saw on television tonight, on OGTV tonight, he says he wants to quit politics and remain an elder statesman, which means he doesn't want to be PDP, he doesn't want to be APC, he wants to stay an elder statesman, which I think that's what he should be.
But from what you know, from what you know of the former president, because many say they're certainly undertoned about this, we haven't seen the history of the comments he's made about this administration before today. Do you read political intention or undertone, and what could it be?
Well, I would not read any political undertone. Why should they have political undertone? Chief Obasanjo has told you that he is first and foremost a Nigerian, and he believes in Nigeria. People can say what they like about him. People can call him names. He is not bothered because of his conviction, about Nigeria. So I don't think it has any political undertone. I don't think it does at all.
Well, let me get to the studio here.